go. Grab a band, the heaviest one you got, and wrap it around those feet. And walk your hands forward. Good morning. While we're all coming in, I'll go over the cues. You're seated on the floor, or you're seated on a pillow if you'd like a little prop for your back. And then you're going to hold on to a heavy band. I have a purple one of the Spree series, for example. And you're going to pull your elbows past your rib cage. Exhale, pull in. You got it. So as we're all coming in, we're doing our breathing, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. You're feeling your biceps, you're feeling your rear deltoid and your back. Good. And 10 more. Good. So as we're all coming in, we'll do 9 more. Good. 8, 7, and when you start pulling, you want to be close enough to the bands towards your feet that it's your elbows. You feel tension as soon as you start bending your elbows. Let's take 5 more. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to add on a rotation. I'm going to turn to you. Bend your right elbow and rotate to the right. Now bend your left elbow and rotate to the left. You can exhale as you rotate, and then we're going to add one more cue. Supinate your palm as you turn. So your palm will face up, and then it'll go to neutral. Palm will face up, come to neutral. Good. We'll add the exhale as we're rotating. That's it. Now your other arm, when you're pulling on the right, your left arm's long. When you're pulling on the left, your right arm is long. Exhale. You got it. We like the rotational flexibility because it helps preserve an upright posture. Let's take one more. You got it. And then let that band go and change to a slightly lighter one. So if you have different bands, you'll go to a more medium band. Place the band around your feet, your heel arch, and put your hands in the tubing handles if you have those. If you have dynabands, just hold on and exhale. Now your neck is soft. Your spine is long. I'm going to turn to you so you can see different angles and try to keep the arms long. And there should be a few inches of resistance that you press through, like you're pushing through some molasses. Exhale. Good. Lift up through your crown so your jawline's parallel to the floor. We're practicing keeping that posture that we want to prevent forward head syndrome and rounded back. All right, try 5 more. Long arms. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to cross the band like an X. Place the hands in the handles so the band stays crossed. The elbows are beside your body, beside your ribs, and just the forearms open. Good. The thumb and the first finger are facing the sky. The pinky finger is facing the floor. External rotation for those rear deltoid muscles and external rotator muscles of the shoulder. Your wrist should feel neutral, like a piece of plywood's in there. It's steady. And let's take 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And then 1. And then let your shoulders do a little release of tension, circular. Uncross the band, so now the band is not crossed. Open up your arms, and you can see my arms are like a letter T, but they're just a little shy of parallel. So that ought to be a safe place for most people's shoulders, but adjust if you need to for your body. Rear deltoid, feel the scapula also gently retracting towards each other. The shoulder blades are going towards each other. So the rhomboids and the traps are working as well. And just take 5 more, 4 more. Good. 2 and 1. Now we're going to let this go for just a minute and take a stretch. One arm goes up and to the rear. One arm goes up and to the rear. This is called the rack posture. Lift your heart. 5. This is opening up the shoulders and the chest. 3, 2. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to the position you had. The band is around your feet with about a medium band. And you're either going to hold on to, I'm going to softly point the toes. You're going to either hold on to the tubing and do biceps here, Or if you do not have osteoporosis or a facet syndrome, or in other words, if your back is is healthy and there's no contraindications, you can lean back and take an ab crunch with your bicep curl. If you have osteoporosis, you're going to want to stay vertical instead. So make it harder, you lift your elbows. To make it easier, you lower your elbows or grab another band. That's a few ways to do this. 9, 8, 7, good. 6, let the elbows lengthen. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and then come back up. Nice job, terrific job. We're gonna sneak in a forearm plank for our core and a back exercise. So with no bands, you can just go into your forearms, energize your legs so they're long, your toes are behind you. You should feel like your scapula are flat on the back. You should feel like your belly's pulling up. Pull. You'll feel the head is in line with the shoulders and not drooping to the floor. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower your pelvis and place your hands beside your hips. Lift up your back, lift up your toes, lift up your arms. Now stay up for 10. 2, we're building the erector spinae, the back muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1 swan. So place your hands on the floor, upper back, and hold. Neck is soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on the 1, push back to a child's pose briefly. Good. Breathe in, grab a sip. We're going to take a standing position next with our bands. So I'm going to encourage you to stand up without using your hands. All right, grab a sip so you can grab 8 to 12 ounces during the class. Good, that was good. And then hands on the band, stand on it with 1 or 2 feet, bend the elbows, and take those biceps again. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 8, and let the shoulders be down the back. 9, so they're not rolling forward at all. 10, 11, good. 12, 13, knees soft. 14, 15, 16, hanging in there. 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Wonderful. Step out, place the band behind your upper back. Now I'm going to grab excess band. All right. So we're going to add on a couple things here. Push out, grab more if you need it. Push out, out, and then add your calves. So go up. All the metatarsal heads have equal weight. 3, little calf raise with your pec 4 press. 5, there's a momentary balance. 6 at the top if you can. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, good. 12, 8 more. 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Really good. 20. Wonderful. Now release your arms. Take the band behind your head at one side, and on the other side, grab the lower part. Make sure it's tight enough that when you push your top arm up, you lengthening the elbow, that your elbow can lengthen, but you feel tension. Lengthen, lengthen, good. Lengthen. That's it. Nice. 7, 8, you're tall. 9, 10, now 10 more, and you can put a little stiffness in your top wrist so it doesn't feel like it's extended, hyperextended. And 15, 16, good. 17, 18, 19, should feel tired. 20. Now we're going to switch sides. I'm just going to tilt my screen up a little bit because I can see the very top of me is not in there for you. Okay, push that. That looks better. And try to lengthen that elbow all the way. 3, keeping your ribs over the pelvis. 4, 5, lengthen. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, good. 12, your body is tall. 13, breath is through the nose. 14, and out through the nose. 5 more, 16, 17, 18, good. 19, and then 20. Very good. Now grab a sip. We're going to do a shoulder exercise next. So you're going to stand on the band. Whatever side foot you're using with your hand, you're standing on with that same foot. So go out. So if it's right hand, it's right heel. 2, 3, 4. Good. You have a little ab tone to keep your body upright. 5 and integrated. 6, 7. Lengthen your elbow a little bit. 8. And if it's too hard to lengthen it, you might try a lighter band or to move over. Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's wonderful. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. So your shoulders working, but not your neck. 16, 17, 18. Good. Right here should feel it. Now the other side. So switch your heels, switch your hands, shoulders, and press. Now you might find you need to step on it more. The first 2, you're figuring it out. 3, good. 4, your upper back is tall. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good. You're tall, long arm. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then the other heel. Good. So you're doing great. This is the frontal raise for the shoulder. Go forward, and the first few, just give yourself a chance to adjust. Another cue on this one is that your body is square. You can feel how it wants to turn, but you're going to keep it square. Good. You've got some ab tone to keep your ribs over the pelvis. And then 10 more. Tall. Good. 3. This is called anti-rotational movement. When you're doing weights with one arm, your body, you have to keep that stability, even though it's asymmetrical. 2 more. And 20. Try the other heel. Good. Step on that heel. Take that band in front. Exhale. Good. 2, 3. Your body is square. 4. Your wrist is like a piece of plywood is in it. Neutral. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, strong, 16, 17, 18, 19. Very good. Now we're going to take some posture stretches. Take your hands out wide, go up and back, and this is more for mobility. So go forward and back and long arms. The body's tall. Good. Breathe in. This is so good for the shoulders. Now we're going to take 3 different places. The first will be like the letter Y, and you want to feel, it's almost like you walk through a door and your hands are on the door jamb and your torso kept going forward. Now take it a little lower, so somewhere like a T. Lift up your heart. Now a little lower. Now when you breathe in, try to direct the breath to the entire torso, so belly or diaphragm, rib cage, right and left side, apex of the lungs, the chest and the upper back, both right and left side, and then let that go. Good. Give it a little shake. Grab a big healthy sip of whatever you're drinking, and we're going to take some hand weights out to the side. So grab your hand weights that let you go like a letter T. So it's probably going to be anywhere from 3 to 7 pounds. And if you need to change halfway, you can too. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, good. And I'm going to slow it down. 8, can see the weight in your peripheral vision. Good. Good. Neck is not tense. Now we're shooting for 5 more. So if it were to be too hard, you could always grab a lighter weight so that you could still finish out the reps. Good, take 2 more. Nice job. Let those go for just a minute, and we're gonna do 2 things. One is an interlaced finger position, and one is a tree pose. So one is a tree, one is the interlaced, and just hold 5, 4, good, 3, 2. Now lower that foot down, and you can take a tree pose down here if you want to help it up a little higher. Interlace the fingers, stand tall. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, and 5, and then let that go. We'll do a little knocking on the door of life. Grab a healthy sip of whatever you're drinking, and we're going to do an overhead press. So we're getting that water done. Now on the overhead press, probably anywhere from 3 to 8 pounds, and you're going to push up and bend. Good girl. And up. Now your hands are going overhead. Your weights are going overhead, so you do want to notice your ribs are pulling down with your abs a little bit so your low back doesn't get hyperlordotic, hyperextended. Good. Even though you're lifting up, you're not getting tense in the neck or the jaw. Good. Long elbows, looking good. Good. Look at those shoulders. Yay. 16, 17, 18. Good. It's like when you're putting something away in a closet. 19. You want those strong arms and abs. All right, lower that down. That was wonderful. Take a cow face stretch. One arm back, one arm here. And then add 3 inner thigh kicks, balance. 3 outer kicks, abduction. And 3 to the rear. Good. Now lower that foot. Switch your hands. This leg is going to do 3 inner thighs. Try not to touch. 3 outer. Try not to touch. 3 to the rear, hip extension. Try not to touch. And good job. Let it go. Take a knock on the door of life. Qigong. Big inhale in. Very good. We're going to take a tricep press. This is going to be behind your head. A couple of weights could be 2 5s. Another option you could do is something like 112. So heavier weight if you can, or 1 weight or 2. So if you have 2 littler weights or 1 big weight. Good. And up. 3. Now this is another one where you're just going to do your best. But if you can't finish the set, you just grab a lighter weight or you get rid of one of your 2 weights. Good. 8. Push. 9. 10. Try to lengthen. 11. We know triceps are really important. 12 for health span. Tricep strength. All right, try 5 more. Try 3 more. Good. 1 more. Nice. Take those hand weights. You got it. Let's get rid of those for just a moment. Now, either prayer pose front, or if you need more, I'm going to offer prayer pose back. Wiggle the fingers up. Hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this next one is a bent over row. It's going to look like this, and I'll show you from the side. So you'll probably use a heavier weight for this. Very minimum is 5, but you'll probably do closer to 8, 10. You're going to pretend that your back is a table or a long line, and then lift. So I'm going to turn different ways so you can see me. 2, but notice my back is long and it's not round like a turtle. 4, good. 5, good. 6, you've got energy. 7 as your sit bones lift. 8, good. 9, 10, 11, yeah, I've got 2 going. 12 this time, Karen. 13, yep. 14, that's right, or you can just finish out strong the way you were. 15, 16, good. Kind of like a lift in your sit bones. 17, to keep that back long. 18, 19, and then 20. Now we're going to lower the weight down out of our foot's path. We're going to take a half moon stretch. One foot crosses, one hand goes down, one hand goes over. Breathe in, add a rotation. 5, 4, 3, that looks great. 2, lengthen through the arm, and then go up and over. Good. So you can cross a foot, that a girl, up and over, and I'm even stretching through the fingers and adding a little rotation down and up. 5, breath goes to that rib cage. 4, we're keeping the intercostal muscles pliant, so when you walk up hills, you walk up stairs, you don't get short of breath because of muscle tightness. So all this area, and then another inhale to lift up your fingers. Breathe in, and we're going to let that go with a knock. So grab a sip. We're going to take a front raise now. Grab a sip and we'll take a front raise. And we're going to mix this one up. So go forward with both hand weights, probably anywhere from a 3 to 8. Go forward with both hand weights, anywhere from a 3 to 8. Yep. Good. Notice your wrist. They're neutral. Good. They're not hyperflexed or hyperextended. They should feel comfortable. Neck is soft. All right, last 5. Nice job, guys. All right, so we're going to go down. I'm going to encourage that you go down without using your hands. So I'm just going to get a hand weight that'll let us do push-ups, or sorry, chest presses. So it will be heavier. And you're going to have the weights handy so that when you lie back, you don't have to struggle to find them. Feet on the floor, elbows start on the floor, but then you'll push up. Or your upper arm will start on the floor and then you push up. And exhale. And exhale. And 5. And 6. Nice. And 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now take a full body stretch. Let me just see what time it is. Yes, we have time for one more. So take a full body stretch. And then we're going to take the fly. So you might have the same weight or slightly less. You're going to put your feet on the floor and put a hand weight in each hand. Go open and exhale. So probably 5 to 12 pounds. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. You have a softness to your elbows and to your wrist. 8, you're opening up like you're hugging a tree, or a big circle with your arms. 2 more. And then gently come on up. Woo! Nice job, guys. When you're up, open up your arms like the letter T and then rotate. Good job. 5. Inhale and open up your arms like the letter T, and exhale, rotate. Catch the thigh, catch the floor, and hold. 5. Open to the side, so one hand could be down on the ground, or if you prefer, you can have your hand across, so whatever you need. 10. Breathe into that rib cage. That's a good trick. 5. Inhale. Go up and over. Stretch out through that side. Breathe into your rib cage. We're putting the spine through the 5 healthy ways that it likes to be every day. There's a saying, you're as young as your spine. So we're keeping it strong and flexible. Now this one is extension, so the rack posture. Go up and back. And then lift your heart. And 5. Spread out through the toes. 4. And then just sit any way you want to. We'll take 3 breaths up, and we'll invite that sense of our selves merging with our higher selves. We'll breathe in, letting in all the appreciations and inspirations for good ideas. Bringing in all of that peace and resonance. So then take a moment just to notice how good it feels to have cared for your body, mind, and spirit before the day starts. So today I intend to look for all the appreciations in my environment and see what a beautiful day today is with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. You did